Hi friends, and welcome back to Move with Molly. Today you need your mat, some optional weights for this intermediate to advanced full body Pilates workout. Let's get moving. So fingertips behind your head, elbows out wide, take full body circles as you hinge down and around. Nice job. Doesn't that feel good? Flow with your breath. Heels are pressed down in your mat, nice and strong here, pulling your core away from the mat as you hinge over. Beautiful job. Coming into down dog, go ahead and press your heels down to the mat and walk them out. Rise the hips. Chest sinks down, spread the fingers, walk it out. Go ahead and quiet that dog and lift to a three-legged dog. Really reach and bend that knee and take some nice circles here. And go ahead and go the other way. Stepping that leg in between the hands into a lunge here. Slowly, with control, come up to the top of your lunge, swing the arms behind and open the chest. If that's too deep of a stretch, simply open the arms to the sides. And hands come back down, and that leg shoots back into down dog. Take a breath there, and we'll get the other side. Three-legged dog on the other side. Stretch first, bend the knee and circle. It feels so good for the hips. Other way. Beautiful. That leg comes in between. Slowly with control, come up into the lunge, and let's open up one more time. Beautiful stretch. Firing up the legs already here. We're about ready to move. Hands come back down, and again finally into down dog and walking the hands to the feet, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. All right. Let's go ahead and grab your weights if you're using them. Coming to the center of your mat. Taking the arms out, they could be fully out like airplane wings, or you could have a little bend in the elbows. We're gonna twist side to side. Little bend in the knees here, so a mini squat. Exhale, squeeze the side body. So the other option is to keep the arms nice and straight. It's a little bit more challenging, whether you're using the weights or not. And then if you want a little more, can you twist a little deeper? Really look over the shoulder. Beautiful, yes. Use your breath. Exhale, crunch that out. Nice job. Coming to the center of your mat, keeping your weights if you're using them. We're gonna come into a squat, lift the hips, straight legs, roll up to the top with the weights. Squat, weights come down, lift the hips, soft bend in the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time to arms overhead. And I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see what that looks like here too. Starting to really engage the core here as we roll up intentionally, belly button to spine. Legs are working and stretching. You're looking so good. Really pop the hips up and roll up. Well done. We're gonna come into a squat. The weights are gonna come along for the ride here. Your feet are hip width apart, so a more narrow squat. Down and up. Press through the heels, squeeze the glutes. So nice and simple to start, and we're gonna add on. Use your breath. And let's hold it at the bottom on this one. We're gonna take arms out lateral as we step out to the side on one leg and up. Squat, step out, back, and up. Staying low as your leg reaches out side to side. You've got it. Beautiful job. Keep it going. Find that energy. We want to sweat. All right. It's time to go side to side, staying low. Stay low, not coming up this time. Almost there. You did it. Pulse it out for 10. Well done. Come all the way up. Weights are going to come down. And we're going to go ahead and sit on our mat and slowly roll onto our backs with intention, one vertebrae at a time. So let's start super intentional here. Beautiful. Hug the knees in. Shoot them straight up to the ceiling. And we're going to scissor the legs one at a time. Soft bend in the knees. Head and neck, we're gonna start on the mat for this one. Of course, your imprint, low back, into the mat, low abs pulled in tight. And let's add that lift. So head and neck lift, elbows out wide, fingertips massaging your neck. Second layer of 3 here, we're gonna add on. Let's add the twist. Opposite elbow to knee as you scissor. Little breaths. Let's go. Get it done. Yes, we're not here long. Really finding that warmth in our core already. And go ahead and hug that in. Nicely done. We're going to take both legs up, and one leg is going to come down, straight leg, bent knee in, and back up to the ceiling. Down, in, and up, while the other leg stays up. If this is too much, you could have your non-moving leg down on your mat. Down, in, and up. This time, let's add a lift at the top. So down, in, up, fingertips reach for toes. Down, in, up. Exhale, abdominal curl, squeeze up. Really reach. Fantastic. Hug it in, little breath and break before we get the other side. Both legs up, other leg down, in and up to start, and we'll add on the lift in a moment. Really fire up your low abs. Draw your navel to your spine. You're doing so well. Adding that lift at the top, fingers to toes. Crunch it up. Down, in, up, and lift. So strong. Hug that in. We're going to stay on our backs for this one, but you can grab a weight if you want a little bit more work. You only need one for one hand. We're going to start fingers to toes, and maybe you're going to stay here if you want a little bit more. We're going to come all the way up. If you're coming all the way up, it's going to look like this, up and slow and controlled back down. This is the hardest part, is controlling yourself as you roll out. Looking amazing. Take a break if you need it and come back in. We will get a water break in the middle of this class. This is the last one. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Whew. Take a breath. All right. Other side. We're going to start fingers to toes. Exhale as you reach. Inhale, lengthen. If you're adding on, we're coming up right now and slowly rolling out. Exhale, whew, nice and strong, and control out. This is the last one. You can do it. You can do it. Great job. Weight comes off to the side for this one. Of course, hug the knees in, and we're going to shoot them straight up to the ceiling. Glue your toes together, arms out wide. Tip your legs side to side. You choose how low you go. If this is too much, bend your knees. Exhale, squeeze the legs back to center. Beautiful range of motion here. Nice work. You are so close now. You're doing great. Hug it in and moving on. Heels come down. You're going to push yourself up. Arms come behind you. And we're going to lift our hips into reverse tabletop. Once you're there, float one foot. We're simply going to take the leg lateral out to the side and squeeze back in, trying not to move the hips, keeping them lifted. Glutes are on fire, shoulders and triceps are working. Point the toes, really engage that leg, in and out. Little breaths. Almost there. Up and down for 10. Little lifts up. You can do it. That's it. Lower on down. Give the wrists a nice little shake. I try not to have us on them too much or for too long, but we got to get the other side. Once you're there, float the other foot out and in for 20. If your wrists give you problems, you could be down on your forearms behind you. Up and down. This is it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Lower on down. Great job. We're going to grab our weights for this next one if you want to. Push your weights into one another while you're in a seated position on your mat. Bend in the knees, roll out and back up. So we're going to start nice and intentional, warming up our core here. Round through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, and exhale, open through the chest as you come back up. We're going to hold this last one. As you come down, hold belly button to spine and row your boat. So big rowing arms here, side to side. Exhale and exhale. Nice job. Come on up. We're going to come back down and do that same thing for 8. And come on up. Back down this time for 16. Row and row. You can do it. Stay with me. Let's get it done together. That's it. Nicely done. Come on up and take the weights down to your side. We're going to come on to one knee and lower ourselves down onto a hand. You can always use a pillow under your knee if it gives you any problem, or rest on that hip. Take your arm overhead for leg circles. Point the toes, really engage here. So if you can, you're tracing about the size of a big beach ball with your toes. And reverse those circles, just 20 more here. Little breaths, find strength through your side body, lift your hip. Finally, take that leg up and back and lift. We're gonna pulse for 20. So the leg is behind your hip, toes are pointed, squeeze. You did it. Take a breath in the center and we'll set up the other side. Arm comes overhead. If that's too much, it could stay on your hip or be straight up to the ceiling. We're circling that leg nice and big and strong. Reverse. You are doing it. Yes, you are. Almost done, but we got to get those pulses. Take it behind and up. Great job. Take a well-deserved child's pose, and as promised, it is time for a water break. We're halfway through class. Well done. Okay, let's set it up. We're getting close. So starting in plank, we're gonna take one knee underneath, hug it to your chest as you lift the hips up and then come back down into plank. So up, lift the hips and down. The knee doesn't move. Beautiful. This is such a powerful exercise. It feels so good, but it is a lot of work. Squeeze up. Can you bring your knee a little bit closer to your chest? Woo! Well done. Hold plank, set up the other side. Take a break if you need to. Up and down. Rise those hips. I know it's starting to burn. You can do it. This is where we make a change and difference in our bodies when we push through something that's hard. Woo! Well done. Come on down. We're going to go ahead and take standing position, and we'll be here for the next few exercises. Grabbing your weights if you want to. We're going to set up our lunge. As our arms come straight up to the ceiling, we lunge down and we hinge over our top leg and kick back. So arms up as we lunge down, hinge forward, kick the arms back, squeezing the triceps. Try and flow through this using your own breath. Go slower or faster than me, whatever your body is telling you to do. You're doing so well, so strong. Okay, we're gonna pulse it for 3. So 3 lunges up and down and forward, 3 kickbacks. You've got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hinge forward, kick back. 3, 2, 1. Just one more. Lunge. 3, 2, and 1. Hinge forward. Give it all you've got. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and step that leg up, shake it out. And we've got to get the other side. Starting with the singles, lunge, arms up, hinge forward, kick the arms back, pull the navel away from your quad. Beautiful. Are we starting to sweat? I hope it's not just me. We are getting a great workout today. Time for the triples. Down for 3, 2, 1. Hinge forward, kick back. 3, 2, and 1. Just 2 more sets. Last one. Dig deep. Yes, step that leg up, shake it out, and weights come down for this one. Way to go. All right, we're gonna take our arms up and we're gonna take them to the opposite knee as we crunch the knee in. Little breaths. Exhale, crunch that knee in. We're gonna really kick our heart rate up for this one. Little cardio action. So as fast as you can do this one while still maintaining control. Whew. Other side, take it up. Crunch it in. Amazing for the low abs. You did it. Okay, one more exercise standing. Go ahead and take your weights if you want to. We're gonna come into a squat with our heels a little bit wider than our hips, and we're gonna add a punch across the body at the top. Squat and punch. So a nice strong exhale as you're punching. Can you go a little deeper? So maybe even looking over the other shoulder, twisting a little further in your punch. A little stronger, strong arms here, really mean it. Can you sink a little lower in your squat? I know. Well done. All right, let's take the weights down. We're gonna come down onto our mats, preparing for plank pose. If you know you don't wanna be on your toes, then you're gonna be in tabletop position. Otherwise, we're tucking the toes and we're gonna add on the donkey kick. Such a fiery move. It is so good. So bend the knee, flex the foot, kick up. We're not here long. I know this burns. You've got it. Pull your abs in tight. Just a little lift, moving through the hips, keeping your knee in that L shape. You did it. Other side, straight into it, up and up. That's it. Nice job. Hold plank for a moment. Come on down, and we're going to be on our bellies for this next one. So we're in perfect position. Stack your forearms, and your head's going to come down on top of your hands. We're going to work the upper body here. Lift, open the arms, back and down. So lift up, open the arms, back and down, squeezing your upper back. If this is too much, just lift up and down and don't open the arms. Go ahead and relax on down and catch your breath. Beautiful job. So we're going to come on to a glute. You're balanced on your bottom glute and your legs are floating in front of you. Your legs are glued together. Arm comes overhead. Bring the knees in on your exhale to your chest. Elbow to knees. Really shoot those legs out, extend. Nice job. And let's stay on this side before we hit the other side. Toes and heels together. You're in your clamshell. Close and open and lift the top leg straight to the ceiling. Lift, close, open, lift. Engage the quad, squeeze the inner thighs. Make this beautiful and graceful. And let's keep that leg lifted, pulse it at the top. You can do it, we're not here long. And lengthen that leg back down. Swing your legs over for the other side, starting balancing on the glute, legs together in front of your hips. Arm comes up. Exhale, crunch the knees into the chest. You're looking really great. And let's take the toes and heels together. Squeeze and close the knees, open and close, and lift the top leg. Close, open, reach. Excellent, my friends. Keep that leg up and pulse. We're almost done. Feel that top oblique really engaging here. Lengthen that leg back down. Coming on to all fours. Bear pose. So let's check in with tabletop first. Nice flat back, neck in line with spine. Tuck the toes, hover the knees just about an inch off the mat. Step right leg back, left leg back. Keeping the knees hovered the whole time. Make sure your lower abdominals are drawn in. You will start to feel your quads in no time. Almost there. Hold. And lower the knees down. Great job. We're going to go ahead and come onto our backs. Grab your weights if you want them. One for each hand. Roll on back with control. And then your weights are going to come over your knees as you hug them in. This is our starting position. Out 45 degrees, arms and legs. Exhale, swim the arms around. Hug the knees into the chest, tight like a ball. Really find your length here. Keep your imprint, especially as the legs extend 45. Almost done now. Great job. Weights come down, hug that in for a moment. We're going to take the legs straight up to the ceiling and we're going to use our hands to help us with this one. You're going to take your legs overhead only so far as is comfortable for your neck. Some may be able to get their toes all the way down behind, touching the floor behind their head. And others may just bring their hips up just a little bit. So up and over we go, a deep stretch through the spine, and a lot of work, slow and controlled rolling out, using your arms to help you a little bit if you need. So again, just play around with this. See how this feels for you, only going so far as your body is telling you to go. And just like that, we are nearing the end of class. One final exercise to go. Let's take our legs long on our mat and our arms overhead. Deep stretch here. We're going to come up into the half roll up, using your hands only if you need. Otherwise, they're out in front. Flat back at the top and slow and controlled rolling down. C-curve in the spine as you come on up. Resisting gravity, one vertebrae at a time on your way down. Use your breath. Really nice form here. You're doing great. Can you hold this last one just a little bit longer? Open side to side. This is it. Can you look over a little further, a little deeper in that twist? You did it. Slow and controlled. Roll it out. Beautiful job. Let's give ourselves this time to stretch. So important. So you're going to come over onto all fours. This is going to feel so good. You don't want to miss it. Full body circles. Forward and down and back and around. So good to do at the end of class, and reverse the other way. Yes, let's take a knee in between the hands. You can use your hands to go ahead and straighten that leg out. Come on down. Nice stretch through the hip. Feels so good. Come on up, tuck the toes, take that leg back behind, and the other knee comes in between your hands. Straighten it out as you can, and come on down. Pushing up through the hands, taking that leg behind, lower the hips down, and as is comfortable for you, enjoy a nice stretch through the front body here. Pushing your chest away from the mat with your hands. And finally, let's thread the needle. One arm comes underneath as you pull back into child's pose. That shoulder can come all the way to the mat if that's comfortable for you. And other side, out and under. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new weekly workouts. Comment below and let me know what you liked, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.